Well, here we are. It's early May and it's time for the next update of Pan That Palette. Pan That Palette is all about picking a palette, often an eyeshadow palette, maybe for some people a face palette, and hitting the goal you decide to put on it, which often is either to hit shiny, shiny pan in each shade, or also often is to completely finish the whole thing. And for me, my goal is to finish the palette in the year. I picked a smallish £5 palette in order to do that. Now, I'm doing Pan That Palette with the Fantastic Ladies Facebook group, which means I'm also going with the theme. So they like to pick a theme each year for Pan That Palette. And this year it was For the Love of Pan, which was nominated by Audra Wells. And so, therefore, sort of as the name suggests, it's about picking maybe a brand you love, a colour story you love, an eyeshadow quality formula that you love. To help you narrow down which palette that you want to pan in the year. And I chose the Natasha Denona brand, and this is the Mini Sunset palette. I'll talk you through where I'm at with each shade in a minute. I picked this palette because it hadn't had that much use on it and it was time to give it some love. And as a small palette, I thought, yeah, I could probably pan out 5 eyeshadows in a year. So I thought I could be successful. And Natasha Denona is well known for, is known for being high quality eyeshadow brand. Although I will say, from my perspective, or at least with my experience with this mini sunset palette, the quality is okay. It could be maybe because this is a slightly older palette, but whilst there isn't much kick up in the pan, some all right, sometimes on the shimmer shades, not much fallout on the cheeks, so that's good. Um, the shimmer shades just aren't shimmery enough, they or metallic enough, or they are when they first go on your eyes, but by the end of a 7, 8, 9 hour work day, they're just a bit of colour and hardly any shimmery shininess going on at all. So I've not actually been that impressed with this palette, but I persevere, and here we are in early May with one pan completed, but you already knew that from last month. That was like a pale, creamy shade. So an easy, oh no, it was a shimmery pale shade. So easy enough for the inner corners and things. You'd already seen pan in these two shades. These are Halo and Sunbeam, I think. I've managed to expand the pan on these a little bit. Not too worried yet. I find it easier to get to this matte beigey colour more often than I certainly do a metallic red, but I managed to find opportunities to use it. This is the one with the most change in since last month. I think this one is called Apollo. It's hard to know. It's hard to know if the names align from left to right as you then look at this left to right, or if they actually more reflect the shade as you look at it this way. So by that I mean I'm not sure if say this is guava. It's not clear to me whether this is guava or this is guava. So anyway, this metallic-y brownie shade, which I think might be Apollo, has had absolutely loads of movement on it since you last saw it a month ago. So I'd already had a big pan in the middle, and in the last month, I've managed to get to all of the bottom, apart from the tiniest bit in that corner there, and all of that side. So now I just have the top corners and that side entirely to finish. I don't intend to scrape this into the middle and repress it. I reckon I can just finish this by using it up in the corners where it is. So happy enough with that one. And I do think by the next month you'll see this one completely finished. The biggest disappointment, shock, or I'm not really that bothered, it's eyeshadow, but I did expect to see by this update a pan in the middle shade, which for sure is called Dirty Mars. It's a dark brown shade, probably see shade of it better there, with a decent amount of red in it. So I had tried to put this in my eyebrows, but it's too red for that. I needed more of an ashier brown to be able to do that. Um, but I use this shade like almost every day, not every day, but almost as an outer V deepening shade. So I really, really expected to see pan on this by early May. There's a decent dent in it for sure. unclear how much you can see that, but there's a really good crevice in it. So maybe a few more days and I'll be able to see Pan. So my prediction for the next month is I'm hoping to have had this one emptied and I'm hoping to see Pan in that shade and I will be happy. I don't think yet I'll make any goals for these two in terms of like getting down to a wall or a side. Um, I'm not too worried. But yeah, maybe those two goals, finishing the brown shiny and hitting Pran on the dark brown, would be great for me. Um, complicating matter, well, not really complicating matters slightly, but I've started a new project in the last month since you saw me, the 50 Shades project, and that's 50 Shades of Blue. As part of that, I've rolled in 14, 17, a lot of eyeshadow palettes. Now it's only to get 10 uses on each of those eyeshadow palettes, but um, throughout a whole year. But I do only have one pair of eyes or one pair that I want to show the world, and therefore there is limited lid space on these human eyes of mine. So that impedes usage of the Natasha Denona one. So I just need to make sure I keep focusing on it where I can. Um, use some palettes in combination with each other, perhaps, um, so that I can keep movement going, keep shifting the dial. And yeah, we'll see where I am in a month. Not hate panning this. I've been a bit up and down with it over the last 4 months of usage, but no, not hate panning it. I think I'm quite motivated because I can see a decent amount of movement. So yeah, happy enough. Are you doing Pan That Palette? Are you doing the For the Love of Pan theme within Pan That Palette? How are you getting on? I'd love to have a conversation in the comments box below because um, I don't have any real life friends who are interested in Project Panning per se. And so I'd love to find and have a chat with people and have that community. And if you're interested in Facebook, Fantastic Ladies is a great group too to be able to chat to like minded people. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope that was interesting, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.